Hello my disciples, welcome to SC2 Noob School. I am your host, Trebus, and today we're going to be watching another low-level replay because you guys, I got a lot of good feedback about doing a low-level replay last time. So this time we're going to be doing Protoss. This is Victory in the red on the bottom left. This is Blistering Sands. And we're just going to be watching really there's just a couple key points in this game that I really want to point out, because there are moments where Victory, despite his name actually being Victory, he could have won this game, and there were just two specific areas where if he'd have done something just slightly differently, he would have been in a much better place. However, he makes a couple key mistakes and loses the game. Sorry, Victory. Not living up to your name. What a disappointment. You are shaming your family. And then in the top we have Zerg Pele. Or Peye? I don't know, it might be Spanish. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, we see Victory. He is going for I think this guy was a silver or gold player. There'll still be plenty to learn from him. You see, he got his first pylon up. He's doing good. He was chrono boosting probes. He's getting this gateway out around 12. Kind of missing probes at this point. Really, we should be seeing more probes come out, because more probes equals more dudes. That's all you need to remember. More probes equals more dudes. And that's always what you want to have in StarCraft, is just more dudes. More dudes. If anyone asks me while I'm playing a game, it's like, hey, what's your goal right now? What are you trying to do? I'm like, more dudes! More dudes! More dudes is good. So Pele is going for, what was that, maybe like a 13 pool and extractor a little bit after that. Whatever, we don't really care about him. Okay, so he's back to boosting probes out, which is good. What's he going to do next? Putting that cyber core immediately after the gateway. Awesome, I love it. Probably would have liked to see this simulator a little earlier while this gateway is building, because Protoss tend to need a lot of gas. So really, I don't know of any too many builds that go gateway, cyber, and only one gas. I don't know if that exists actually. But really, this gas is going down, and this gas probably should be going down right around the same time, because Protoss units are just quite gas heavy. And you see he is getting a Zealot before this Cybernetics core is out. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not my personal style. I don't think it's... I don't know. I don't think it's been completely standardized whether you should get a Zealot out or just go straight for a Stalker with the Cybernetics core. Personal preference at this point. And you see he's getting Warp Gate. As soon as the Cyber Core came out, he had almost exactly 50 Vespian gas, and is getting his Warp Gate out extremely quickly. Also very good. I apologize if there's any lag happening right now. Yeah. Also, here's a good thing. Victory, you're doing some good things. I like this. Putting a pylon here allows you to see these destructible rocks, so that there can't be a bunch of zerglings or something beating these down without you knowing, because there is this brush in the way. Or what is that? I don't even know what that is. That looks really spiny though. I bet that'd really hurt to walk through. That would hurt a lot. And what is he doing? Well, he let his minerals build up a little bit, and he's throwing down 3 more gateways. So this is really turning into a 4-gate build, which is a... I don't know. It's a rather all-in style of Protoss play. You basically get 4 warp gates up really fast, get this warp gate upgrade, probably chrono boost it, and then just jam out a ton of units and just try to overrun your opponent. And realistically, this would work really well against the Zerg. He is staying on 1 base, but if he can overcome... Here, I'll put the production tab on. Alright, right now we got 14 Zerglings out. And this is one of the key moments that I want you to watch in this game. So I'm going to pause real quick. These Zerglings, I'm going to tell you right now, are just going to run straight into his base. And what's he got? He's got a Zealot and a Stalker. Well, that's going to be kind of hard to defend. This many Zerglings coming out with just a Stalker and a Zealot. So what could he be doing to defend this? Because obviously he can't just say, oh, well, I just need to get tons and tons of more units because, you know, he's doing a good job of building all these gateways and all this stuff. So what he could be doing is I would recommend a wall-off versus zerg, which would basically mean you put your pylon somewhere around here, and then get your first gateway up here, and then maybe your cybernetics core somewhere. And then what you do is that first zealot you get, you try to keep one little space right there and hold position your zealot so that even if the zerglings come up to attack it, the zealot will just sit there, and any zergling that comes up, the zealot will just slice right through. And I'm going to go ahead and show you something. Going to options, there is a option for display build grid, and that will help you do a wall off a lot easier because it shows this grid around where you're placing the buildings, so you can see exactly where your buildings are going and where like ledges are where you can't build. So these zerglings are going to come in and do some serious damage. First they're gonna, oh, I thought they were gonna go for the rocks, maybe not. And I'm lagging again. Yes, I am. Don't know what that's about, but we're just gonna fight through it. Cause you know what, I'm feeling good about this commentary. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Oh my god. So laggy. Alright. Stopping the recording and restarting in a second. Alright, I'm back. We got an awesome frame rate, and these zerglings obviously are going to come in here and do a lot of damage. Although he's got his 4 warp gates up and he can make these zealots. Okay, so what should he be doing? Right now his goal, this is 10 zerglings versus 4 zealots. Clearly these zealots are going to win, so his only goal right now is to try to protect as many of these probes as possible. So I like where his zealots are positioned right now because they're actually, I'd prefer it if they were more standing right here, kind of blocking off this entrance so the zerglings can't just run straight in there. But really what he should be doing is entirely focusing on protecting all his probes, because the zealots are going to be fine. He maybe lose, you know, 1 or 2 or, you know, a couple zealots, but really he's going to be okay in this attack, and he just needs to protect his probes. So clearly these zerglings don't want to go for that straight up fight, so they're going straight into the mineral line, and he's sending all of his actually this was really good. I like this a lot. So watch what he does. He's going to send all of his probes in to start attacking the zerglings, and he's going to pull about half of his probes off, half of the probes that are about right here and aren't on the front line, and he's going to send them back to mining. And what he's doing here is he's making these zerglings fight one-on-one with the probes, which is a lot better. You'd much rather have them fighting one-on-one with the probes versus letting all these zerglings get a surround on a probe and just drop them like flies. So I actually like this quite a bit. Pulling off the rest of those probes and then letting these those zealots get in there and clean up the rest of the zerglings. That was pretty good. I actually like that. Good job, Victory. Actually, I would say he won that battle. Great job. So he's in a good position. He knows that the Zerg player was actually spending a lot of time getting Zerglings instead of getting drones. If he spent that many larvae getting Zerglings, that means how many drones does he have? He has 18 drones. Not very many drones. In fact, he had to get a second hatchery up just to support how many Zerglings he's getting. And now look at all these Zerglings coming into the base. How is he ever going to stop this? Well, what he should be doing at this point, he has enough zealots to block off this ramp. It takes 3 zealots if you put 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here, and you put them all in hold position. They just create this wall of just like death blades, where they just like lightsaber down all the zerglings. Their body parts are just flying off like crazy. And these are speedlings at this point. They've got their Red Bull wings. So that's what he should be doing right now. He needs to just be defending, and I don't know if that was trying to attack or whatever, but he should be putting them on hold position. But watch what's going to happen. Zerglings are too fast. They totally get a run by. These zealots aren't going to be able to do anything. And how many zerglings is that? That's 24 zerglings right into his mineral line. Horrible, horrible things happening right now. The probe count is just falling and falling and falling. Oh, it's disastrous. This is disastrous. This is the worst thing that could happen. And there you have it. 3 probes left. So this was pretty much the game right there. Sending all those Zerglings in pretty much ensured that victory will not be having a victory today. Although, and I have to say, if this happens to you and you've got 79 energy on your Nexus, please start chrono boosting those probes. You want to be getting them out as soon as possible. Just, you know, when something crazy like that happens, nerves can kind of get to you and you'll maybe forget things like that. So watching your replays is a good time to go back and be like, what was my chrono boost doing at this point? Well, actually nothing. Absolutely nothing. So his rocks are getting broken down. He's only got this many zealots, and that is GG at that point. Anyway, so I just want you to keep in mind, I would always recommend doing a partial wall off versus a zerg whenever you're playing as Protoss, just because you can use that one zealot to block off in the beginning, and if for some reason you don't have a wall off, you can use 3 zealots later on. Also, would have been nice to get a sentry out as well, because if you've got just one sentry, you can force field this ramp. Like as the zerglings are coming up, force field in the middle of them, cut them off, let your zealots just pretty much eat through all the zerglings, and yeah, it's a good way to win. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys on Friday for a zerg video. Later.